created in Georgia often. I know the Walking Dead.
Which is a big deal because Georgia has...
Really quick, I'm incredibly pro-life, as everyone knows, and I don't really want to relitigate my stance on abortion versus yours. I think we've had that conversation many times. I do think that people like Alyssa Milano need to understand that women aren't just one section of the population that are like her. I always feel like pro-life women are just completely left out of conversations like this in one way or another, and it doesn't even occur to her that there are women like me out there that don't have a problem with this bill.
But let's talk about the men instead of the women.
Sure.
Let's talk about why are men having such a war against women? Why is the Republican Party trying to set women back 50 years or 75 years? Why do they want us to go back to the kitchen barefoot and pregnant? Why? What are they so threatened by?
It's not what I want. It's a difference of the way you view life. If you believe it starts at conception, or if you believe that it doesn't. For me, I believe that life starts at conception.
But they want to regulate my body. Why don't they regulate guns, for example? They don't do that. It's the same people.
The thing that I don't understand in this is that, I mean, there are a few things I don't understand in this, but telling women to use their bodies as a bargaining chip, to me, doesn't seem very feminist. And I also think the sexual revolution happened so women could have the agency to have sex with whomever they wanted. And part of the sexual revolution was the access to birth control. So you're leaving out birth control from this conversation entirely as a whole. And I stand by the fact that I think this is collectivism.
That's the next step.
I think, a few things. I think that pro-choice women would say that they feel left out of the conversation. For example, when some of these things are being discussed.
I don't know.
I am pro people doing whatever they want, and I don't like to reduce this topic to black and white, because I think there's a lot of nuances. I think incest is a nuance. I think rape is a nuance. I think having a child that you can't afford is a nuance. I think having a child that's going to come into this world with great deformities. And I come at this as the sister of a man who is 54 years old and has got the mental and motor skills of a 10-month-old kid. So I know what that does to a family, and my parents made the choice, but I don't think it was a choice back then. They are able to do it. But there are some families that I know can't afford it and who just simply can't do it because they need to show up and work every day. And I refuse to stand in judgment of other people, and I don't want other people standing in judgment of me.
But I think you have to understand that for pro-life women like me, which is a very strong tenet of who I am and how I view the world, I believe that abortion is murder. So the idea that there's gray in allowing murder in the United States of America...
Except that that's okay that you feel that. No one is saying you can't feel or believe that. But for those people who don't believe that, why are you saying...
But the idea that I'm passing judgment because I don't think this is a gray issue, to me, is like, it's also reductive in the conversation. And again, I just think women like me are always left out of this.
I'm not passing judgment on you, but I just don't want anybody passing judgment on me. No, but look, honestly, I think what we need to do on this conversation is I'd like to see much more doctors and medical experts involved. Get it out of politics.
By the way, overwhelmingly shows that life does start at conception. The science backs it. And liberals always want to believe science when it comes to climate change and things like that. When it comes to life,
that is your belief. That is your belief.
You don't believe science, science that backs it up as well.
Here's what I don't want to do. Don't say you don't believe. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't believe that the minute you conceive, you are with child. I believe a lot of things have to happen. Baby has to become zygote. There have to be all kinds of things going on. But the problem for me is I'm happy that you feel that way. I want everybody who feels that way to feel that way. What I don't want is I don't want anyone telling me what I have to feel and believe. That's my problem.
And to your point, I mean, there are people like me who would agree with Meghan that because I am pro-life by faith, I certainly also believe that life begins at conception, but I also believe, like Anna, I don't want to foist my beliefs on anyone else. I think other people have the right to...
You're not pro-life, you're pro-choice.
Well, I also don't want to be told that I am pro-choice because I am a different type of pro-life.
But you believe in people having the choice.
Well, I not only believe... Wait a second, though, but can I finish this thought? It's nuanced for me because I not only believe in... I'm against abortion. I believe in pro-life, but I also am against the death penalty because I believe that everyone is entitled to redemption. I also believe in gun control because I don't believe, I believe that there is the sanctity of life at the other side of a gun as well. So I'm a different type of pro-life. I'm consistent. So there's a nuance there when you're talking about being pro-life.
I understand it can be...
Sorry, we'll be back.
Twitter. You mad? Why President Trump's nickname for Democrats